we're back again for our last craft. Today we're going to show you how to make some American Girl doll crafts with duct tape. Our main one is going to be doll and girl headbands like you see Joe and Lily wearing here, matching, coordinating headbands. But we'll also show you a couple other things we've done in the past. Again, duct tape is kind of like the sock clothes. The sky's the limit. Once you start doing stuff with it, you can find a million different uses for duct tape and your American Girl dolls.
And there's a few new things as well.
Yeah, Maisy's going to show you a couple things that she's been working on. So first, we'll start off by showing you the headbands, and then we'll show you a couple other options. Okay, so the first thing we're going to show you is how to make the girl and doll headbands out of duct tape. And you can get duct tape a couple different ways. One way is that your parents might have some of that silver kind lying around, and it's the kind that people often use on house projects. And so we made like a plain silver one here, or we also used silver to make a bow at one point for the headband. So definitely it's cute. You could always use a hot glue gun to glue gems on here or embellish it in other ways, or you could even use like glitter glue on there. So the silver is a great blank slate kind of. But at the dollar store and sometimes Kroger, Walmart, and Michael's, they have different types of duct tape, different colors. I think I got some of these plain colors at the dollar store. You can't beat that. You know, it's a good price. Yellow. And then I got some of these fancier ones at Kroger when they were on sale. So you might have some of this lying around your house, or you might be able to pick some up if you're out and about at a store with your masks on, picking up some groceries or something.
And I think it's cool with the gumballs because I really like it's like realistic, not like fake. It's
they're
realistic.
cute. It's cute. All right, and then we have rainbow, and then we have the different colors. So what you do is just pick whatever color you want to be the color for your headband. And then we measured it. It's anywhere from 18 to 20-ish inches for a child's head. You might have to kind of measure it or kind of use a piece of string and see. You want it to be tight so it stays on. And we're also going to use, and a secret to this is to use a hair rubber band. In the, see?
I like the ends.
Yeah, with the headband because it keeps it tight on your head. If you just make it out of the duct tape, it's going to slide off your head. So this keeps it tight on your head.
It makes it sturdier as well.
You even need it for your American Girl dolls.
Yeah.
So let's say we wanted to use gumball. So what we would do is we would take our tape, and a kind of a pro tip is if you're by yourself, you can push it backwards like that and stick it to the table and then pull it out. Like I said, if I had a ruler, it'd be about probably 18, 19, 20-ish inches depending on whose head I was doing. And then we cut it. And then to make it look like it has a finished edge, then what we want to do is we want to fold it up on both sides so it meets in the middle. Because if we just folded it over, it might have kind of an unfinished looking edge. So if you fold it up, and I'll move my hand in a second so you can see, and it doesn't matter if it's crinkly, no one's going to be able to tell once you have it on your head. You just kind of smooth it out, and then fold this to meet it. And you know, you might think about how thick you want it and everything else, but really it makes it look like it has a nice finished edge on both sides. Now, if you notice that your tape didn't come all the way together, you might take a little piece of tape and cover that section where it's sticky because you don't want it sticking in your hair. So like if I see that I didn't match it up exactly, then I just stick another little piece of tape over there. That way I don't get stuck in my hair. If it's not all the way covering on the ends, that's okay because we're going to wrap that part around the hair rubber band.
It hurts when it sticks to your hair.
Okay, yeah, so make sure you cover it. So where's our hair rubber band that I just had? Here it is.
Be careful.
So then you're going to take 2 strips of the duct tape of the matching color or style, and then you're going to take your hair rubber band and you're going to loop it here on one side, fold it over, and then attach it that way. See? Then you're going to go around and do the same thing on the other side so that you have a loop, and like I said, it's nice and stretchy so it stays in your hair when you put it in. All right?
And how to make the dough one is you just need
you do
the same thing, only smaller. So with that, we do the same thing, only maybe about half the length.
Yeah.
Depending, Welly Wisher is going to be less than half because their head's a lot smaller. Regular American Girl doll, like Julie, is going to be about half of your head, probably. And again, you could use a piece of string to, everyone's head's a different size.
So to about 6 to 10 inches.
And you can also also make a little bow tie that holds your girl.
Yes, that's
hair
true.
up.
Now I'm going to show you how to make the bow. So take your tape, and you want to probably take a coordinating color. So I'm going to do yellow to bring out the yellow gumball, and do twice the size of the bow you want to make. And then you're going to fold it in half like this, and meet the edges again. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm sure everyone in elementary school has made a fan before, where you fold it back and forth, and that's basically what you do with this. You fold it back and forth.
Accordion style.
Accordion style, that's right. And then
make it yellow like my ribbon.
yeah, then you take another piece, and you could do gumball, or in this case I did it yellow, and you do it in the middle. And then you do that with the sides, and then you've got a bow, and you can make this thinner if you want. And then you can do it a couple different ways to put it on the headband. You could use hot glue, or you could make a little tape ball like that, and you could stick it on that way. Another thing that I thought was really clever was that at camp one year, they used little Velcro dots to make interchangeable bows. So they could use different bows depending on how they were feeling that day. Maybe they wanted a black bow, maybe they wanted a green, maybe they wanted a pink. So lots of different options when you use those Velcro dots. But yeah, definitely there's lots of different ways to attach it. And there's your bow. And then for the doll one, you're going to want to do the exact same thing. And again, you're going to want to attach a rubber band, because it makes it stay in their hair a lot easier. So there we've got the doll size. And you can do all sorts of different things with coordinating. Like with hers, we did gumball with a yellow. And for hers, then for her dolls, for hers we did yellow with a gumball. So you can do coordinating or matching.
That makes sense.
I think it's really smart that they put Velcro, because, well, if you're feeling sad, you can put a blue one.
Oh, that's true. You could make it reflect your emotions.
And if you're happy, you can put a yellow one.
It's true. And then this one, see, someone made some cool knots. And then, like I said, you could always put gems, stickers. You could always use glitter glue, that kind of thing. So lots of different options.
So, what I'll show you is, so what I did was I made crutches. And so what I did was I took like kitchen skewers, like, like the same thing I made the wands out of, but they were the thinner ones. And what I did was, so I took two and put them in a slanted, like,
Sure.
I hot glued them in a slanted, like, V shape, kind of. And then I put tape around it down there. So then I put tape around it down there, and then put a little end part, because I thought that made it look cuter and more decorative. So then I taped it in a V shape, and then I just put some duct tape right there to make it more sturdy. And I put like I duct taped like a piece of wood under it. There's a piece of wood, and then there's a little like a part of a cut kitchen skewer that I just duct taped on there as well. So.
And that was because she was saying that Julie had been in a skiing accident and sprained her ankle. So she also made broke her ankle. Okay, but so she also made her this boot. So I wanted to show you. One year we made shoes out of duct tape, and it started out as just doing to do a boot since she hurt her ankle. And when it started as just we started making rain boots. But it ended up that people really got creative. And I know they kind of look weird now because it's duct tape, but you really could add a sole, which is what she did with, she cut out some cardboard or foam and put it. But when you put them on, they do really look like wellies. They look like the little wellies that
they come with the welly wishes.
Yeah. So, and it's really easy to do, to make any shoes. You just take a plastic bag and you wrap it around their foot. And then you can cut off the excess and kind of wrap an initial piece of like maybe Scotch tape, kind of gather it up. You're going to cut this like excess off, and then put a piece of Scotch tape or a piece of, you could just do a little piece of.
And it's always be careful with sharp scissors.
Yes, true. And kind of bunch it up. And then you can just start wrapping it with the whatever color or duct tape, duct tape you want to use. And that way, if you make it loose enough, it just can slip off her foot once you've got it covered. So that's what we did with this. If you can see, I left some of the bag still there. So we just covered it, and then we slipped it off and tried to trim off as much of that bag as possible. And then you have like a little wellies. And I admittedly was not the best at this, but some of my campers rocked it. They were making Toms, they were making sneakers, they were making all sorts
like
of
Vans.
yeah.
It was just
I mean,
like-
and really got into it. And the baggy technique is really awesome because it makes it so that you can wrap it and the tape doesn't get stuck on their leg. And as long as you keep it loose enough that it can slip off, then again, you can wrap it, you can cut it in different ways, make it a low top, keep it a high top, make it a boot. So that's a really cool thing. Another thing that Maisy did the other day was she made a purse for her, for Julie. So it opens and everything, and that I think you just
And then there's something inside.
oh, a little cell phone.
No, I made a little debit.
Oh, a little debit card. She's been making lots of
And a
Apple
card.
products too. But so here she made a purse by cutting out some paper and covering it in the duct tape, in this sassy leopard print duct tape. And then the last thing that she did was she made a tie. And she actually, this one's just a silver one, which is kind of fun. And then the other day she made a Harry Potter one. What colors is the Harry Potter one?
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow for Gryffindor. And she made a little Gryffindor tie to go with the sock Hogwarts outfit that she made. So that's just a few fun things you can do. I always love the matching headbands, and but also I think this kind of stuff's really fun too, because these things on American Girl website can be very expensive, and so this way you make it yourself. It's cute, it's fun, and again, the sky's the limit with duct tape. And I would love, again, to see any of the cool stuff that you make with the duct tape. So please, 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 I want to see it. I want to see all the creative stuff you do. Well, it's been a wonderful week. Thanks so much for joining us.
Have a happy summer.
Happy crafting.
Bye.